Sam, let's talk about the prep of the opening of the Holst E-flat suite. It seems to me that there are two ways that this can be done, and probably the more common of the two that we see is the one-beat prep, where the conductor just takes a breath and the tubas euphoniums come in. The second choice would be a two-beat prep, 1, 2. What is your preference, and what do you have a different strategy of playing depending on what you see up front?
It's really interesting to me. The one-beat prep is breathe play to me. It's technique. The two-beat allows me to create the mood that I'm going to play for you. So I can actually get in the right mental place to play the phrase by having that extra time. So I'm more legato for my prep. So if you believe that the right kind of in will get you the right kind of out, two beats is great.
Okay.
It allows me to prepare to
Let's
do
play
something.
the first half phrase, and let's do it both ways. I'll give the one-beat prep first, and then the two-beat prep.
Sure.
Here's the tempo, about 96 beats per minute. And here's the two-beat prep. Now, I don't know if you could hear on the video or not, but in the second one, you could hear Sam be able to take in a lot more air and have time to set the embouchure and think about what he's going to do.
Yeah, and musically, it's an interesting thing. You feel like it's time to emote. You have time to actually do that on the inhale. You start to think about the result of the exhale, and there's no time for that in one beat. I got some air for the first one beat type, but I didn't get my head on straight. I really didn't.
Got it.
It was very interesting.
Okay. Now let's talk next about the overall phrase, because most of this piece is an 8-bar phrase structure. There are a couple of elongations later in the piece for dramatic effect, but the overall structure is an 8-measure phrase. However, Holst in the beginning has indicated through the slur line that there are 2 half phrases here, probably out of practical considerations for the players. But let's suppose you get a conductor that says, no, I would like that to be in one phrase. How does it change the strategy?
The teamwork would be necessary, and I think that it's very important for us to ask the people that could play for 8 bars, some of the reeds, and the string bass player can do that. And then the low brass players need to team up, and so we go usually into logical and illogical breathers. And I can show you what we mean. So while people breathe at the half phrase, like we're thinking, there are other people that will be breathing in different places to make sure that they make the bridge and make it an 8-bar phrase.
Okay, you want to try that?
Yeah, here's the illogical team.
So the one rule then would be that the illogical breathers may not breathe at the half phrase.
That's right, and they prepare their breathing so that they're strong at the half phrase. And in this particular case, I took a breath late in the proceeding so I could make a nice ending on this thing, where the logical breathers might be running out.
Okay.
So we can be of great help to them.
And let's talk about those performances where we want 2 half phrases there, where everybody's going to breathe at the same time. That's probably what we hear more commonly done, correct?
Yes, that's a lot about the note before you breathe. It's not about trying to make an 8-bar phrase and grabbing a quick physical breath so that you can make it. It doesn't sound very musical. So we need to shape the release of the first phrase.
Okay.
We know that we need to be on time on the right side of this breath. We always do.
Right.
But in this particular case, we could also regenerate interest by being a slight bit stronger. So we should taper down the first one, take the breath, and get a little more interested in coming back in by playing a little stronger on the note on the right.
Okay, can you demonstrate that?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, here we go. some training techniques that students can use to be able to play those half phrases, like on a single pitch or a pedal tone or something of that sort?
One note practice is great because everybody can play one note legato better than they can do a piece like this. This has a range of a 13th. It has a very wide range, actually. And so we don't want it to be about the range. We want it to be about the legato. So let's pick the, we could pick the root, but instead we'll pick low B flat, which expends more air, and try to make beautiful legato. So we're going to legato tongue. We're not going to slur the way it's marked. But it'll also teach us a lot to do that. So we want to do a beautiful version. Everything about the music, except, and all the legato except on low B flat.
Okay. Is that sort of the idea of overtraining?
Yes. If we're good at this, we'll use less air or the same amount of air to make a beautiful slur in the phrase.
Okay, let's do it. Great, thank you for your ideas, Sam.
Well, thank you.